If Jesus hadn't risen from the dead, we wouldn't be saved and we would not get to go to heaven.
He wouldn't have gone up to heaven. The disciples may have not been preaching all over. They might have still been saddened, not wanting to do anything, and just wanted to sit around and be lazy, not preaching God's word out there.
I think that not as many people would be Christian because they would think that he was a liar for saying that he would rise from the dead, but then he didn't.
Mary probably wouldn't have found him alive. She probably would have found him in the tomb dead, and then maybe it would have been harder to believe that he was the Son of God and that he had that much power.
I think that life would be a lot more difficult for us in that us Christians wouldn't quite believe as much in him because he wouldn't have risen. I mean, that was one of his biggest promises, and he basically broke it. And that there wouldn't be as many missionary trips or not as many people trying to reach out to others because they wouldn't believe as much in him.
We'd all be in a lot of trouble. I mean, the devil had won, and there'd really be no point in living life anymore, no hope.
Well, if Jesus hasn't risen from the dead, I would think that we wouldn't have any hope, that we wouldn't know what God had sacrificed for us, and that we would have nothing to believe in.
An Easter tradition in our family is to get together with grandparents and have a big meal.
Alright, we do like every other family. We go out and get those Easter eggs. Well, now that I'm older, I don't do that anymore. I'm just sitting back, watching the boys, trying to get that egg in that thorn bush over there, possibly. And also we have a whole bunch of treats. That's the best part, I think.
We used to decorate in the Easter eggs and Easter baskets on Easter morning after church.
Okay, my grandma has my aunt has a huge party at her house because my dad has 9 brothers and sisters. So it's really big and it's fun, and that's really our only tradition.
We all go over to my grandparents' house, and the adults always hide Easter eggs throughout the whole house, and then the kids are allowed to go through there and search for them, and whoever eats the most just gets to keep them all, and we eat them all together, and it's great.
I would have been amazed and perplexed. Probably question what Jesus was doing and if he actually knew what he was doing.
I would not like it, and I would be like, why are you guys doing this? He's telling the truth. He's not, not a smart guy. Like, he's smart, and he wouldn't make up a story about being God's son, because that's kind of something you don't kid about. So I wouldn't be negative to it.
If I was watching that, I'd have like this really guiltiness inside me. It was like, why did I ever run away? Why, I should just be up there. But of course I would be scared also. Personally, I'm not afraid to die, but I'm pretty sure back then you would be afraid to die, especially in that way. I think it would really hurt.
I think I'd be sad because watching a friend go through that would be really hard, or like scared for him.
I would be really overwhelmed, and it'd be a lot to take in, I guess, with everything that he did.
I probably would have tried to interfere with him walking down. I would have tried to stop them, because watching him do all of those miracles, I'd really believe in him, and I wouldn't want him to die for something that he didn't do at all.
I'd be very confused. It's 1 minute we're having our last meal, and next minute he's on the cross dying. I'd be devastated when he's on the cross. I wouldn't know what to do. I'd be frightened, scared, wouldn't know what to do.
I'd be amazed and kind of freaked out and be like, ah!
If I did discover it, I would be like, whoa, what the heck is going on here? Did I sleep wrong or something? What happened? And I would be looking everywhere to see if there's a body, and I'd be freaking out. It's like, who stole his body?
I'd be excited because then I know that Jesus is risen. He's not there, and I'd be shocked, and I'd have like mixed feelings: excitement, confusion, and wondering where the heck Jesus went if he's not in the tomb.
I probably would have been, like I said before, a little overwhelmed. I would have been kind of scared, but I'd be really excited.
I'd probably look around the tomb to see if he was there, so I tried to take him and then just left him outside. And I'd probably go ask people around if they'd seen him, and I'd probably ask some soldiers or something like, where'd Jesus go?
I would have been really confused and a little bit angry. I would have probably just assumed someone would have stolen his body, and I would have been angry that it wasn't just enough to kill him, but they had to take his body away too and disrespect him in that way. And I just would have been confused, not understanding what was going on.
I would be overjoyed. I don't know if I could even believe it. I would just be so amazing. I don't know what I would do. I'd just be so overjoyed.
I think I would be kind of scared because he was supposed to be dead. Like, why are you here? Why are you alive?
And if I would have found him alive afterward, it would have been pretty cool, and it would have helped my faith a little bit more a lot more, because it showed him and his power, I guess.
I probably would have freaked out. I probably would have ran up to him and started asking him questions and asking him how it all happened and praised him and just being happy with him, I guess.
If I did encounter him, I would be really surprised, and I'd be still thinking he's in that tomb, or this is some ghost, and I would make sure a whole bunch to make sure he was not a different person, and he was the real Jesus.
To know that I was saw Jesus after he had been risen, I would have felt really honored and special, and like I experienced something really neat that only a handful of people in all history would have been able to experience, and it would have been really neat to know that it all was true, and that he did in fact come back from the dead.